You're here with me and I'm excited to have you. It's September 1st. For me, that means the unofficial start of fall. I know I'm in Florida and there's no fall. We don't really have a fall season. It just goes from like 95 to 85, which is quite the reprieve because it's been so hot. But I digress. We won't talk about the weather the whole time. I will say I'll probably wear like fall shirts every single day during my lives. I'm super pumped. I love this time of the year for whatever reason, like so many other basic people that love fall. And so yes, if you're here, you may hear some fall related things. So happy September 1st. We're starting a new month. And one thing that's on my mind is taxes, because quarterly taxes are due this month. And I'm always wondering, have I saved enough for taxes? Am I prepared? What's this going to look like? And so I wanted to have a conversation about taxes. So you want to make sure that if you are paying your taxes quarterly, that you do have the money for your taxes, that you are able to pay that. The IRS, I always say like that the IRS does not play. They want their money. They want their money on the due date, and they're not really going to give you very much leniency around that, especially the larger amounts of money that are owed. That's why so many, I'm sure we're not in this, tax bracket, but why so many celebrities get in so much trouble, like they owe like $2 million of taxes and the IRS is like, too bad, no payment plans, pay me right now, or, putting a lien or whatever the correct terminology is. And so it's, the IRS wants their money. So you want to make sure that you are putting away money for taxes. The way that we do it is that we keep a separate account for taxes. And then I put a specific amount in every single month to prepare for both my quarterly taxes and the yearly taxes. Even though I work with my accountant to estimate how much my taxes are going to be every year, we pay those in the quarterly. Lo and behold, if our income has rose or if there's some kind of change in taxes or just something happens, I like to be prepared. I think if you watch my lives, I like to be prepared for things. And so, I make sure that there is enough money, obviously, to cover the quarterly taxes and then some extra just in case we get hit with this tax bill, come April. And so if you don't already have an accountant, it's like the first piece of advice I give to people. I'm like, do you have an accountant? And they're like, no. I'm like, please. Anytime I'm doing coaching with people or consulting with people, I'm like, hey, do you have an accountant? If the answer is no, like, we're going to get you an accountant. You need to make your accountant your best friend. My accountant may not be my, emotional best friend, but he's my financial best friend. And he's actually a really great guy. We talk about a lot of just interesting topics too. So I do consider him a friend, but he's somebody that I know I can call, I can pick up, I can answer, or you ask questions, he'll answer them for me. I'll shoot him an email. If I'm, thinking about doing this like wacky thing over here, he'll give me some recommendations and some feedback. So you want to make sure that your accountant is on your speed dial. I want to take a moment to thank our sponsor, TherapyNotes. If you're looking for an electronic health record that can be your best friend, that can help you run your practice really smoothly, both in person, at home, whether you bill insurance or you take private pay, you can take all your payments from there, bill insurance, send reminders to your clients, do all your paperwork from there, and they have a wonderful telehealth option. So it's a really full service electronic health record. And if you need some good customer service, I definitely want you to check out TherapyNotes. So going back to saving enough for your taxes, depending on the kind of structure your business has, you may only pay quarterly taxes. We have an S Corp, so we pay monthly, quarterly, and yearly. And so just be prepared for taxes. You want to make sure that you're setting aside roughly 15% of your gross income into your business. Double check on your account with that. I happen to be in a state where there's no state income tax. So if there was a state income tax, I would have to save more. Depends on your tax bracket too. If you or your spouse or has a W-2, that could also affect things. So like if you're just starting out in private practice and you're still at your full-time job and you're making money there, you may be able to pay less taxes. You just want to make sure that you are prepared. The interesting time in private practice is when you really start to make good money. You start to make more money, and then you haven't quite hit that for tax purposes, you haven't quite put enough away. I remember my year when I got my tax bill and it was like, I don't know, $4,000 or $5,000. And I was like, and I wasn't necessarily prepared like I was now, because it was the first year that things really, went well. And I wasn't prepared. And I remember leaving the account and feeling like, oh, I have to pay this. And I paid it. The IRS did not play. I had the money, I think, set aside for whatever purposes. And luckily, but don't find yourself caught. You do want, no matter what stage you're at, you want to be sure to prepare for taxes. Okay, I'm here most days out of the week. I'll be celebrating fall all season long with you. I'll see you soon, everybody. Bye.